Welcome to the Virgo Lounge. It's your girl Trini.
And your girl Foxy B.
And we're here to tell you how it be.
From a Virgo's point of view.
Yes. Today we are on part 2 of our episode called
Girl, you should have been left.
Why Do We Ignore the Red Flags, Ladies? And today we have our guest back in the building. I'm going to let her introduce herself. We have two beautiful queens over here in the building. We're going to let them introduce themselves. Let's start with our former guest.
Hi, so I'm Kmora, if you guys remember. Back again. And thank you guys for having me.
Welcome back, Kmora. And Kmora is a Taurus. And here at the Virgo Lounge, when we have a guest and they tell us their name, they also got to tell us their sign at the same time. Because, you see, we're Virgos. We got to know everything.
And let the second guest introduce herself.
Hey y'all, I'm Keke. So I'm a Cancer.
Oh, Kiki, the Cancer.
Yeah.
All right. Two of our favorite people as Virgos. We love some Cancer and we love some Taurus. Yes. Taurians. All right. We're going to pick up where we left off. Miss Kmora was just getting ready to get into the nitty of the gritty, talking about these men that have more than
One baby mama.
one baby mama,
More than one.
more than one baby mama. See, somewhere in the mid-age group, and they're a little bit on the little young side over there. Our opinions on that gonna differ. So let's let the young ladies say how they feel about having more than one baby, a man with more than one baby mama.
And for the record, I'm past mid. Thank you.
Okay, well, she a grandma. I'm 25. I don't know what she's talking about.
Okay, I'm 35 then. Yeah.
Okay.
No, let's get it.
Yeah. Yes, Miss Kmora. So let us know how you feel about.
Definitely, I feel like if you have more than one mother of your child, baby mom, however you want to put it, it gives me, you don't have stability. You don't know what you want, or you feel like you said, it's not disrespect as well, but just for me personally, you're planting too many seeds everywhere, and now you have a village following you. So am I supposed to take everything with you? Like when it comes down to it, if you have more than one, two, three, four, it's a no go for me. Definitely a red flag, super red.
All
Yeah,
right.
I agree with that.
You agree with that, Kiki?
I agree with that because okay. Another red flag is a man with kids under 2.
Under 2.
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? You just had a baby the other day.
What do you mean when he have multiple kids under 2?
Multiple.
Oh, then that's it.
And if
That's
it's from,
definitely a
if
red
it's from
flag.
a different woman, then it's like, okay, what are you doing? Because you just had a baby the other day. Then you just had another one the other day.
You know that baby mama is somewhere not too far.
Yeah, because those baby can't talk.
If he's involved in his child's life.
Well,
Literally. And that's another red flag. If you are a father, what type of father are you? Or are you involved in your children's life? Do you feel like, okay, I'm gonna do this, but oh no, I don't take care of it. Like, well, what is your thought process after? Now that you're starting a family, what type of man are you? That helps me characterize the person I'm getting with, what it is. So
Okay, so what if you do meet someone
mhm.
with multiple kids and he is doing what he's supposed to be doing? You're not going to be interested still?
Well, I would still be interested. And it depends on now my questions have changed to where how old are the children? So those things, what is the relationship with the mothers of the children? Where do they stay? Is it down here? Is it somewhere you have to travel? Now that helps me categorize the person in itself. So even then I would consider depending on other things, but now I just have a different criteria questions.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I respect that. And everyone has their own standards and things that they will deal with, what they will put up with, what they wouldn't, as you should. Like stop settling. As women, we shouldn't have to settle. When I was single, my thing was I didn't care. I don't care how many kids you have, because at my age, it's hard to meet a guy that may not have, more than one baby mom or whatever. My thing was I don't care how many kids you have, as long as you take care of the ones you got. You can't love mine like they're yours too. So how many baby mamas you had really didn't matter to me as a woman, because I just wanted someone that got babies out of their system. That was important to me, and that didn't want anymore. That was like one of my top number one questions. Like, do you want more kids? Because I know that I don't. My life is not heading in that direction. That's not what I want for my life. So no, I don't want any more kids. So I need somebody that is on that same vibration.
And so, what are some of your red flags in a relationship?
Um, some of my red flags in a relationship are men that don't want you to express yourself as a woman, a man that just want to you to just listen to everything that they have to say and think that you're never going to reply or anything like that, or have a difference of opinion. I did when I was single. I did date a guy that was he did not like when I would question him on things. Like he would be like, "Oh, you're too argumentative." I'm like, just because I'm asking a question or we have a difference of opinion. One thing about me and Virgos in as a whole, and most women, period, communication. Like women love to communicate, and me as a Virgo, like, that's our main thing, communication. So if you can't communicate in a relationship, that's a big red flag for me. Like that's one of my main things. So, you know, yeah. So he would like and sweep things under the rug. Don't play with me because I'm gonna sweep it right back from under there. Yeah, he'll be like, "Oh, I'll call you back." I'll be like, "Okay." Like if something we getting into like a debate. I love a great debate. A Virgo love a great debate. We can agree to disagree, and we still fine. Like that's how you know that that person don't take things all to heart. Everything you say, it's like it's not coming against you as a man or killing your ego or whatever. Some men just are not secure.
But some of them do take it to the heart if you express yourself.
I know, and then so that's a red flag for me. I cannot be with a person who will not let me express myself and say what I gotta say, because I'm not. If it's something I'm gonna keep thinking about, I gotta get it out. And if you're not letting me be me,
Yeah.
bye.
I'm sure I'm gonna say what I got to say.
Exactly.
You want to hear it or not?
And you can say it in a respectful way.
Exactly.
It don't have to be disrespectful.
Exactly.
It's just.
But I can get disrespectful, especially if you're not listening. If I feel like you're not listening, there's the disrespect. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get real.
Yeah. One thing, I don't like to be ignored. I don't like to feel like you're not listening to me. You should be able to take in what I say and process that and
Respect it.
exactly.
Whatever you come out your mouth with, respect it.
Exactly.
Some of them do not respect
people that I feel like people that don't want to be better, like act like that. They don't want you to tell them. One thing about me, I want you to be the best version of you that you can be around me. I want that for everybody. Anybody that know me know that. It ain't even just my man. It is anybody in my circle. So guess what? If you don't want to be better than you are today, tomorrow, do not come around Trinice.
and do not come around fine. I'm lying.
Some people actually don't want to be better.
They don't.
No.
So and if you trying
we ain't
tell
it to me.
yeah, you trying to convince them, hey, do this, do that, you can do this, you and that. They think you trying to tell them what to do or how to run their life. That's not the case. You trying to show encouragement to that person. So if they want to take it or not, oh well.
I don't know. Maybe it could be our delivery sometime. I don't know.
You think so?
I have a question. Let's say if how you said, oh my gosh, what was the last part you just said?
It's about encouragement.
Encouragement. What if they're not used to someone that does that? So now that is the only thing that they know, because I don't believe that people are just naturally nasty, or that you naturally just, want to ignore me, or that you naturally want to do these red flags that we call. But I feel like, is this a learned behavior, or is this something that they are just used to from past experience, past people, and they're not used to someone who encourages them? So what if they're always just used to negativity, and now that they're taking it, I don't know how to take something that's good. You get me? It's like, okay, now I'm gonna act out because this is what I'm used to.
It could be
self-sabotaging. So
yeah.
how do you deal with someone that constantly self-sabotages themselves?
Send them to God.
What you think, Keke?
I think that if an individual can accept like the pure things that you're giving them, then you can't give it to them.
That's true.
And if they keep sabotaging it, and they can't see, okay, maybe this is a better way for me to go. That's internally things that they have to deal with.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't deal with it.
We can't.
Yeah, they gotta first figure out their traumas, their issues, and then maybe they can receive it.
Right. I've always heard that you're supposed to figure out yourself before you can allow anyone else to come in and help you or figure out even them. So you have to know yourself and be solid in yourself. Or like you said, secure in yourself before you can try to have somebody want to do that to you. So I definitely say that was a good point.
Absolutely, and that's the thing. Like your upbringing has everything to do with how you are in a relationship. Like I've met guys that were like never seen people stay together, you know, and so staying together to them is like not normal. But me, I grew up in a household with both of my parents all my life. Both my grandparents, they stayed together. I know that staying together is possible. And it's something that I love and I look up to, and you know, I would want that because that's what I'm used to, you know, and that's what feels like love to me, you know. So I'm not used to everybody separating and everybody living. I'm not used to that. So it does play a big part. Like things that people see growing up, it really plays a big role in a relationship.
Yeah, but you don't always let how you grew up affect your present or your future. You learn
It's
from that, yes, but don't let it affect you as an adult.
it's easy to say, but it's harder to do because that's what you. I mean, the older I get, I see it in people those same habits that they had growing up. Now it takes a much stronger person to look at a situation and be like, "Oh, I'm not going to be like that." But most of the time, people conform to those same ways and continue that same cycle.
No, because I'm a little proof of how I grew up versus how I grew up to I am now. I didn't take on those habits. Little proof.
Well,
So that's why some things, and while I watched as we're growing up, and I always said to myself, I said, I would never do that. I would never do that. I would never do that. And now I have it. So I'm a little proof that you don't always have to let how you grew up affect how you grow up as an adult. So
that's true, but I don't know. For men, it just seems so. I don't know. Like
Difficult for you.
men, yeah. I noticed that a lot of them have so much trauma, but they don't know how to express it. Oh, oh, this me. This how I am.
I think that men feel like they can't express it because I feel like when how we are women, our natural instincts are to be nurturing, caring, like you said, when you were younger, you see certain things. So you're always thinking as a woman to how I can improve. So I'm not saying that a man is not thinking how he can improve, but I just from my perspective, I feel like when they have a father in their life, if they come from a two-parent home, you're trying to be like that male figure or model figure that was in your life. So now you already have standards that was pretty much set for you. So for women, yeah, I want to be like my mom, but it's not as deep for men, I feel like, when it looks up to being a male figure in their life. So they want to be exactly like the spitting image of the man that they raised them or whoever was around them that they looked up to. So I feel like they think that they can't express the feelings because if I express how I feel, now I'm considered a weak man or it's a now they're letting those guards down. So they just probably feel like they can. I just want to think so. I mean,
I think if you try, you can do anything.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, they really have a heart and they really got a good woman next to them. If they really try hard enough, they can do anything they want to do.
Absolutely. Like I feel like at the end of the day, a woman was created as a helper. When we see you got a problem as a man, that's our naturally, that's how we're designed. So if you're not allowing us to be how we were naturally created and designed, you're going against creation, basically. Women are they're created to help. They see a problem and they jump on it.
Okay, we can help, but we cannot be used. Someone would take that to taking advantage of somebody that's trying to help them oh, she's helping me. Let me keep doing. Let me keep doing this. Let me keep doing that. Let me keep doing this. She ain't going nowhere. No.
Yeah, I mean, you has to be a balance. No, I'm not saying like.
I'm just saying some of them would take that and take advantage of your help.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
So,
but you gotta have discernment.
that's right.
You gotta know, like, okay, it's time to go. Right. Fuck that. Like, I'm out. At some point, because it's vice versa. You can't just be giving, 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 and then receive nothing. Like, that's not fair.
It's not like what's your boundaries now? You gonna set
Exactly.
Mine used to get mad at me when I didn't ask him for anything.
Because a lot of I feel like this. I shouldn't have to ask. I shouldn't have to ask. People are not mind readers. But yes, you shouldn't have to
I
ask.
shouldn't have to ask. Number one, let me say why I say I shouldn't have to ask.
Okay.
Like, say if you want to buy me a gift or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's the smallest thing that's count first.
Mm-hmm.
The big things come later.
Mm-hmm.
If you see a cute little shirt in the store, then you say, oh, she'll look good in, get it. I don't care if it costs $5. It's the thought that counts. But I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry. I will not be the, just do it.
So,
you have that.
So what you saying that I heard from someone before that like I feel like that like how what you said that's how I feel as well. But I feel like that's from a female's perspective because I feel like you do have some men who are thoughtful, and I don't want to say maybe that's from their upbringing, from being raised by women and being around women, so they know that's like a little nurturing things planted into them. But some men are naturally nurtured too. They have little ways, but you do have the other men who will say, "I'd rather give you." The money, or I'd rather get you something that you really want, or they want you to ask, or they want to feel needed, so that it feels some type of void in them. Like, okay, I'm wanted and needed as a man. So I feel like that's how we think as females, yeah. But I also feel like from their perspective, I'm hoping that it's that. Like, you have the other dudes who say, okay, well, I'd rather you just tell me what you want and I'll get it for you versus me possibly getting a shirt and it's like, what if she don't like this shirt?
Exactly.
Like, now they got to think about something.
Yeah, they don't want to be
They don't
rejected.
go that far, so they rather just say,
So,
okay, I'm going to walk past the shirt.
Yeah. And guys like to feel needed too. Like sometimes some guys like to feel needed.
Yeah.
Some guys don't though. Some guys don't want to be like a needy woman, but some guys want to be needed. Because a guy's natural instinct or natural how they feel, they want to be able to provide. Most men. I know that's how men used to be more like that back in the day, but most men, they want to be able to provide and protect for their woman.
No, well, like I said, just do it. Just like I was in a relationship. If I didn't take his money, he ripped it up.
Mm.
What? If he tried to give me money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if I didn't take it, he ripped it up in pieces.
You should have ran real quick. I'm ripped money.
I'm telling you, that's what he did. Wow. If I didn't take it,
that's a big red flag.
Oh, I had a lot of red flags. Trust me. You ripped the money, right?
Was he a millionaire?
No, he's just a hard worker. I would never take that away from him.
No.
Never, ever on.
That's good. Can I also refer back to something you said earlier?
Who?
Shanice.
Mm-hmm.
When you said like how your upbringing and what you're used to versus us being a younger generation, I feel like men back then were raised to take care of things.
Absolutely.
So now the younger generation, not saying that some of them are not taking care of things, but it's more of a quick, fast money. How can I get this? It's a different mindset. For them now. I feel like for back then when, okay, if you had 5 baby moms or 5 kids, 6 kids, you knew he was taking care of all of them. That was never a question. But now, if you come and tell me you got 5 kids, now I know. Okay, well, how many are you taking care of? Is it all 5? Is it 1 out of 5? Is it the best 5? Like, which one? Like, I don't know. So now it's a different perspective. So I really want to know, what do you think about that? Cause
I feel like your age category, you shouldn't take on something like that, in your age category, because you don't have to. I would rather, if you were my child, I would rather you be with somebody that was kind of on the same level as you. You both don't have any kids, and you both working hard to try to be something in life, and you'll worry about that later. It's kind of just to take on a whole man with 2, 3 baby mamas and at your age, and you're trying to no. It's just like
That's too much responsibility.
yeah. I just feel like your mindset is not there yet to become a whole step parent.
Like, no, that don't even make sense.
Yeah, like why?
His 6 is your first.
Okay, exactly. So imagine not having any children, young, you're your prime, and now you're talking to someone, and like you said, your first is 5. It's like, oh my gosh. Okay.
How will your baby ever compare? Because like you got to give so much attention to this one, to that one. You got to put your time here. You got to put your time there. Like
yeah, that's my thing about it. I know more island men did stuff like that. Not so much American men didn't do. I mean, they did it, but not like how the island men do. But it's just more common there like that. But I just feel like how can you be good to yours? How can you be good to that many children? Like, they all got graduation at
yeah.
one got this one. Are you attending all these things? Are you doing everything that? How you can't be good? You're not sleeping in the house with all of them. It's just like try to make the relationship work if you can. There are some instances where you just can't, but some people even just choose that lifestyle. They choose it.
Well, then again, you have some baby mamas that will, if they see them in a new relationship, you have some baby mamas will cause chaos on purpose.
Absolutely,
On purpose.
because they bitter.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like you must be still feel some type of way about this man. Like,
And then think about you, a woman who has no kids. You got to deal with this.
Right.
Stress.
Exactly.
yep. Because imagine when she see him with a younger girl with no kids.
That's definitely trauma.
That's worse.
Yeah.
I feel like you won't have any drama with the mother of their child, the mother of their child, if they have moved on.
Yeah.
Now, if she has not moved on,
That's
she's
the
going to cause chaos.
Sometimes they move on and still.
I was just going to say that.
Right. Then now that's
They done moved on, but then when he moved on, then now they
That's delusional.
jealous. Like, what the heck?
Delusional.
Red flags.
You gotta get away from that shit.
But that I feel like that comes from not having any morals or standards when you get women. You just all about how they look. What about the brain?
They don't look at looks and brains no more. They look at looks now.
I think that men know what they be doing. Because it's like, okay, she really gonna be with me and I got all this stuff going on. They be thinking like she's that.
Take all of this.
She got no kids, but she gonna be with me. I got 3 baby mamas, 4 kids, 5 kids. This bitch stupid.
No, hello.
They be thinking
Big
that.
damn red flag.
They gonna keep going with you. They gonna keep going along and along and along. As long as you keep letting it happen.
Right.
The moment you let it stop, it is what it is.
Yeah, I definitely feel like people won't do more than you allow them to get away with.
Exactly.
They know who to play with because I don't even play those games.
You know.
I mean, we all have been young and dumb at one point
True.
in a relationship, so we can't say it's all we ain't gonna take this and we ain't gonna take that. But you do learn from previous relationships of what not to do
Right.
That's
on the
right.
next one.
That's right. Absolutely.
I ain't taking nobody's shit.
Yes, absolutely. When you've been through a lot of stuff, you really don't got time and the patience for it. You kind of know what you like in a relationship by then. You know what you don't like because you done felt it. Like, I don't need to feel the heat too many times
Too many times.
to no.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And I only been in 2 relationships. Big lesson. The last one was the worst one.
Mm. 2 relationships. Yeah.
What is relationship? That's good.
You haven't really experienced that?
Yes, I have. 9.5 years and the other one 14.5 years. So what you mean?
Okay, so they were both 2 long
Long relationship.
Okay, so yeah, that's true.
But why y'all never got married?
Ugh. Oh.
But that's what I always thinking. Like, how can you get a relationship?
Well, we were engaged in first relationship, but he did his thing.
Okay.
Bye.
And so, how long are you willing to stay in a relationship before the guys, decide y'all want to get married? Like, do you believe that it's the same thing, or what do you think? Like,
I don't know, but I think he proposed a total of 9 years. And I think 9.5 years. Let me make that correction. He proposed after we already had sons. We had 3 sons.
Mm.
He proposed after that. I can't tell you exactly when, how many years after that, but he did. But it didn't work.
So you think he was just comfortable already? Y'all had kids and all that, like
maybe he thought that was the right thing to do. Maybe, I don't know. But it didn't happen though.
mm.
Yeah.
But then what is marriage? That's a question.
A piece of paper, really.
People be it's a piece of paper. Like you see how you say y'all had 3 kids, y'all was together, y'all was spiritually married in a way, you know,
Yeah,
like
you got law, yeah.
but the law says you need a piece of paper.
Yeah.
That's what the law said. What about what we feel? What about what spirit says? That's what I think.
That's a big difference.
Because people get married for business. That's what it is, you know?
It's like a business
It's
contract.
business.
It's pretty much this. So marriage is a contract. Yeah. So that's what the paper is, like you said.
You go to the courthouse. You can't do it no other way in this country but that way. So what is it really?
Well, back in the day, marriage used to really mean something.
Yeah.
It's been watered down, and God honors marriage. That's my big thing about it. God honors marriage, and the Bible says when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing and obtains favor from God. So God honors marriage, and that's why I do too. And I think that it's a commitment. You're not about to just get up and just be like, all right, we done, bye. Yeah, you can't undo things, but marriage is supposed to be a union under God. Like,
yeah, that's true. But if red flags develop, the marriage is good. What you supposed to do? Stick in it?
no, I'm just saying. I've been divorced, so I know. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like you're gonna be with somebody for that long. Why not just go ahead and make it official?
Well, that officially didn't happen.
Well,
Red flag popped up.
we are coming to the end of our episode 2, and guess what? We got one more episode for y'all on the same topic because we want to find out what happened with the end of your situation.
So the fortune they have, y'all gonna be shocked about this one.
All right. So stay tuned. We are going to take a little break and we'll be right back.
Bye bye. See you later.